Alright, guys. Welcome to the 72 DPI online YouTube channel. It's July 15th, 2017. We're going to be opening up some packs, some booster packs of Magic the Gathering Hour of Devastation. I've got 5 packs here that I picked up from my local game store. Looking forward to opening some cards. The beauty of this is these cards are not for me. These are for our patrons over at patreon.com /72DPI. If you head over there, we're trying to build our community base and really trying to build that community up. And this is one of the ways I'd like to give back to the community. Just producing content, giving you guys some cards, some things to basically just way to get back to the community. So this is going to be all the cards I open in July will go into a drawing. Anybody that's at the uncommon level on our Patreon, which is $5 a month, will be entered into that drawing for the rares and mythic rares, and then any uncommons that are more than $2. So we'll go ahead and open these up, and then we'll go from there. All right. So what are we looking for here to open up? And everybody have a good pre-release. I mean, it's a week after pre-release, 2 weekends after pre-release, actually. So we're looking to open Nicol Bolas for sure. He would be the big one. That's the big baddie right there, coming in at just under $20, and then a couple of the gods would be good. Alright, let's see what we got here. Aerial Guide. That was an awesome limited all-star for me. This Afflict, I'm not real sure about this Afflict ability. We played it in limited. It seemed pretty good. It got the job done in some cases, but it didn't come. It's just giving your opponents more choice. Do I block it and take the 2 damage, or do I let it through and take the 3 damage? So it's giving them more. I mean, the Frontier Devastator is definitely, or Frontline Devastator is definitely a better one of the Afflict creatures, because you can pump it, so they're more apt to block it and take the 2 life versus not blocking it, and then you've got that threat of activation going. Oh, there's the zombie Campbell that Eli is so in love with. Let's see here. There's the Thorned Lizard that won us a couple games in our 2-headed giant. This is a trap. This right here, this is a trap. With so many -1/-1 counters going on, we played 2 of these in our pre-release, and in any other pre-release, I would have said, wow, these are great because of all the instant damage and the destroyed target creature and stuff like that. But a lot of the damage that's being dealt to creatures is through -1/-1 counters, and Indestructible does not help in that case. So that's a trap. Don't play those. Play something else. Cunning Survivor. Alright, here's our uncommons. Feverent Paincaster. So it's a 3/1 human wizard for 3, 2 colorless, and a red. Tap it, deals 1 damage to target creature, or target player, and then you tap it and exert it, and it deals 1 damage to target creature. Not too shabby. Angel of the God Pharaoh. White for generic, flying 4/4 with cycling 2. Not too bad. Hey, Overcome! The Overrun Light. So green 3 generic sorcery, creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain trample. Limited all-star. If you're in green, this'll end games real quick if you got a huge board. So yeah, definitely something to look at. I mean, if you're gonna go wide, I guess, but anyone else, and our rare Angel of the Combination. Jeez, I couldn't pronounce that. White 2 generic. Angel it's a 3/3 flyer vigilance. You can this is a nice one. So you can pay 3 white and 2 generic, tap it, exile another target creature, Return that creature card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. And then also, it's the other activated ability is white, 2 generic, tap, exert it, exile another target creature until it leaves the battlefield, until this angel leaves the battlefield. Condemnation. That's insane. And then we got our full art mountain and our not exerted, but not embalmed, eternalized. So put our rare there on top. Not too bad, not a bad start. Not, nothing fantastic, but, some good limited cards. Too bad we weren't drafting. Alright, let's see. Hey, look, Bird Cleric. There's a camel before it dies. I harped on open fire during our preview videos. It's not that bad of a card. In limited, it's not that bad a card. We ran 4 in our two-headed giant match, and it worked out really well. Being able to target a creature or a player is definitely worth a look. Torment of the Venom. This is another limited all-star. Black, 2 generic instant. Put 3 -1/-1 counters on target creature. Its controller loses 3 life unless he or she sacrifices a creature or another non-land permanent. So something other than the -1/-1 target, or they discard a card. So 3 life, sack a creature, or sack another non-land permanent, or discard a card. Not too bad. And see what I mean? Like, this is the -1/-1 effect, so the indestructible would not, from the other card, would not go in effect. Got a desert. Alright, here's our uncommons for pack 2. Another Fervent Paincaster. Dagger of the Worthy. So 2 generic, equip creature gets +2/+2 and afflict 1, equip 2. See, this is like, these equip costs are rough, right? Because that means you drop this on turn 2, do nothing on turn 2, right? And then on turn 3, you can put this on your 1-drop, right? So, like, I feel like equipment is really meant for the late game, right? This isn't something you play on turn 3 or turn 4 or turn 5. This is something you put down on turn 6 after you do your 5-drop and then equip it that same turn, right? So like if you put this on, so if you play it on turn 4, you could play it and equip it to your 3-drop, which So Liliana's defeat 1 black sorcery, destroy target black creature or black planeswalker. If that permanent was a Liliana planeswalker, her controller loses 3 life. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, Solemnity. There we go. Haha. I was just talking about this card today. Enchantment for 1 white and 2 generic. Players can't get counters. Counters can't be put on artifacts, creatures, enchantments, or lands. Not too bad. It's a $5 rare, I think. Where'd it go? Yeah, a little over $5. Not too bad. So, not too bad. Yeah, a zombie token. There you go. What else do we got here? So, definitely feeling pretty good with the white rares. Holy smokes, would have been a good draft. Although that would not be a good card for, well, I mean, yeah, limited wouldn't be too bad in limited because of the -1/-1 counter thing. Alright, so see if there's any good commons in here. We played this card in this zombie beast in our 2-headed giant deck. It's nice because right around turn 4 you can make turn 3, turn 4 you can kind of make that judgment call, like, okay, is this board state gonna is it gonna be impactful in this board state? If it's not, cycle it away, draw a new card. So I feel like it, even though it's a very, very mediocre card, having that cycling on there really, really helps it out. Still not that good of a card, though. Great card in limited. Fantastic card. The snake or serpent 5/5 for 7 mana, one blue and 6 generic. It's got hexproof and cycling 1 blue, so not too bad. Green desert common cycle. Ruin rat, another great common. Fantastic limited card. Wouldn't be a bad card in sealed or in constructed too if you're looking for some easy removal, especially in a metagame where there's a lot of graveyard shenanigans going on. Life goes on. Don't play these cards. Bad cards. Doesn't matter. 1 green, instant, gain 4 life. A creature with morbid, gain 8 life. No. No. Don't fall into that trap. Alright, so what we got here? So we got Doomfall is our first uncommon. Black 2 generic sorcery. Choose one. Target opponent exiles a creature he or she controls. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it. Exile it. Not too bad. Good disruption. As far as limited goes, I mean, you can get rid of a creature really easily, especially exiling. Not too bad. Post combat, they're not, if they're not blocking with their favorite thing or whatever, their most powerful thing or whatever. You can kind of limit their choices there. Let's see here. Devotee of Strength. Green 2 generic 3/2 Naga Wizard. Its activated ability is terrible. Green 4 generic. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end turn. 5 mana for a bump just a little bump in power toughness. Not that great. Oh, we've got our black uncommon desert cycle. So these are kind of cool. We use the red one a lot in Two-Headed Giant. It works really well. So you can tap it, colorless mana enters, goes to your mana pool. You can tap it, pay 1 life, add black to your mana pool. Or you can pay 2 black, 2 generic, tap it, and sacrifice a desert. Keep in mind that this is a desert, and there's also a common cycle of deserts. You can sacrifice anyone. Doesn't necessarily have to be this one. Put 2 -1/-1 counters on target creature or an opponent controls. Activate this ability only anytime you can cast a sorcery spell. So, and our rare, Reason to Believe. So Reason is 1 blue, scry 3, and then when it's in your graveyard, you can cast Believe because it has Aftermath. 1 green, 4 generic. Look at the top card of your library. You may put it onto the battlefield if it's a creature card. If you don't, put it into your hand. So, I don't know. 6 mana, excuse me. 6 mana. That's, if you don't hit anything, then you're kind of screwed. Yeah, I don't like it. Hey, look, a full art. Did you guys notice this? The set symbol on the full art lands is from Hour of Devastation, right? Hour of Devastation. Come on, camera. Yeah, it's not going to focus. Yeah, it's from Hour of Devastation. Normally, with new sets or expansion sets, at least they reuse the lands from the original set. So we'd have Amonkhet full arts. I don't know. I just found that kind of interesting, especially now that they're going to be getting rid of blocks altogether. All right, what do we got here? Pack 4. This was a great card. This helped out a lot in limited. I know in limited you don't necessarily run a lot of spells, like non-creature spells, but on turn 2/1, we didn't attack with this very much. We just sat back and were casting non-creature spells. Now, full disclosure, we were playing Two-Headed Giant, so it was hitting our opponent, 1 and 2. So every spell we were casting it was doing double duty. So Aerial Guide, another good limited all-star, both in Two-Headed Giant and sealed and draft. Nothing. Yeah, this isn't too bad. This gums up the board real good. So when you pay, it's a 3/1 for 2, 1 white, 1 generic. You may exert the Avenger as or Ketra's Avenger as it attacks. When you do, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to it. So I mean, it's a way to gum up the board. I mean, you attack, exert it before blocks are declared. So obviously they can't like say, "Oh, I'm blocking," and then you say exert. No, you have to attack, exert at the same time, and then they choose like, okay, well if I block it, nothing happens to your creature, but my creature's taking 3, or just take 3 to the face. There's that lizard. Lizard worked out pretty good. Trap. Good card. Definitely good card. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them in your hand. The rest go to your graveyard. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Gideon's Defeat. Sideboard card. Yeah, that's our first uncommon. Right? Yeah. Gideon's Defeat. 1 white. Exile target white creature that's attacking or blocking. It's a powerful effect. If it was a Gideon Planeswalker, you gain 5 life. It doesn't come into play that much. Cinea Striker, excuse me. 1 blue, 2 generic, 2/2. You can pay 1. It gets +1/-1 until end of turn, so you can make it a 3/1. And then it has Eternalize for 5 white, or excuse me, blue 3, and you have to discard a card. And then you exile this from your graveyard, put a token into play that's a copy of it, except that it's a 4/4 black zombie Naga warrior with no mana cost. So then it still retains these 2 abilities. So essentially, it could be when it's a regular creature, it's a blue. It could be a 3/1, or it could be a 1/3. And then when it's a 4/4, you can do this a couple times and make it a 6 +1. So -2, -3, +3. So you can make it a 7/1. It's not too bad, but still, it's kind of risky. It's a lot to ask for that Eternalize cost. Let's see here. This wasn't too. This Burning Fist Minotaur actually was pretty good in limited. A 2/1 for 1 white, 1 generic, and 1 red Minotaur Wizard with first strike, which is very, very important. There's not many first strikers in this set, so definitely pick this one high if you're in limited in your colors. It's a good card that pulls you into red, because it has an activate ability that you don't have to activate right away. Right, this is after combat, after blockers have been declared. So red generic, discard a card, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So being able to pump it up over top of any of their blockers is a good deal. And our rare, yeah, right, Pride Sovereign, perfect, nice. So this is green kitty cat, 1 green, 2 generic cat. Pride Sovereign gets +1/+1 for each other cat you control. So 2/2, and you can pay white and tap it and exert it. Create 2 1/1 white cat creature tokens with lifelink. So the Pride Sovereign, you do use ability once. Obviously, it's exerted, so it doesn't untap during your next untap step. But you get 2 creatures, making it a 4/4 right then and there. This becomes powerful if you can find a way to untap it, right? Because you can untap and exert as many times as you want, but you need to find a way to untap it first. So that's fantastic. It's a good card. And swamp in our Pouncer. Yeah, we opened this Adoned Pouncer in our sealed pool. That was actually pretty cool. I'm glad I got the token for that now. All right, the last pack. Come on, Nicol Bolas. What do we get? All right, let's see here. This is a trap. Don't play this card. 05 on turn 3 is not what you want to be doing. Hey, there's another Rune Rat. You want to play this on turn 3 over top of the wall. Life goes on. Not with that card. This Titan is fantastic and limited. 6 mana is kind of a rough deal, but for a 5/4 with Menace and it has cycling for 2 colorless, it's a fantastic card. Great card, especially when you can give it flying with those Drakes. Alright, so we are on our uncommons. So pack 5, here we go. Crook of Condemnation, 2 generic artifact. You got 1 generic tap, exile target card from the top of your graveyard, or from a graveyard, excuse me. And then you exile it and exile cards from all graveyards. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely not limited, but we'll see. It's good removal as far as mass removal and for graveyard hate. So, Merciless Eternal, black, 2 generic, 2/2 zombie cleric with afflict 2. You can pay 2 generic and 1 black, discard a card, and he gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Not too bad. It's a good ability to have with the afflict. Kind of makes them really think about what to do. Kind of like what I was talking about with the last card with afflict. Unless it has some type of pump ability, you've got this threat of activation kind of looming over their head, right? If it doesn't have that type of ability and you just have afflict, then the ball is literally in your opponent's court, and you do not want to do that. Hey, we got another overcome, and our rare is Hour of Devastation. Not too bad. All right. So red, 3 generic sorcery. All creatures lose indestructible until end of turn. Hour of Devastation deals 5 damage to each creature and each non-bolus planeswalker. It's that sorcery speed. That's not bad. All right. So you're looking at what? A $6 card. So between and we got a foil. Foil common. This one worked out in limited really well. Jura's Renunciation, white, 2 generic, instant tap up to 2 target creatures, and it's got cycling for white. Fantastic. Ooh, and we got one of the Lotus God's insects. Red, white, 1/1 flying haste. So, not too bad as far as polls go, guys. We've got quite a few good cards in here, from limited at least. We've got some money cards in here. I'm not sure what that Angel's going for right now, but $5 here and $6 there. That's not too bad. The Pride Sovereign's going to be a good card for definitely for like commander players and casual players. Just because cat deck, man. I mean, white green cat deck should be fantastic, right? Can't go wrong. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, if you want to get in on the drawing, head over to www.patreon.com/72DPI and sign up as one of our patrons at the uncommon level. It's $5. And you get entered in. Of course, you can go as high as you want. We've got a couple different levels there, but starting at the uncommon level and up, you get entered into the drawing. Any cards that I open up on stream will go into that card pool, and we'll just send you all the cards free of charge to you, and you'll get these fancy foils and the cool insect tokens. We'll just send them all to you. So that way you can complete your early collection, sell them, do what you want, but these will be yours, and we really do appreciate it. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, don't be afraid to leave a comment below. And while you're out there at the YouTube channel, make sure you get subscribed so you can see every time we go live, post a new video and things like that. We will see you guys in a few weeks when we pull the name for this drawing. Have a great night.